Good morning, everybody. It's Shamika. I had to get up this morning and make a video. God, it really pains me to see when individuals give other individuals credit advice and they're wrong. This is not a video to let people know that they're wrong, but this is a video to correct those who are giving out misinformation, and for those of you who are asking questions about credit and credit repair. I don't like to call myself an expert of any type. I do read a lot, and if you're not reading things that are pertaining to credit repair, which I would say would be more so legal things that pertain to credit repair that are issued from the government, the federal government that is, then you are really reading some bad information, or you're just giving out bad information based on your experience. Let me give you guys an example really fast. I had somebody, they wrote on Facebook yesterday how to delete stuff off of your credit report. I'm not going to go into specifics or anything like that. But first, let me just give you guys the process real quick. You guys know that there are 4 credit bureaus. I'm sorry. I know we guys have all been told there are 3, but there actually are 4. It's Experian, EquiFax, TransUnion, and the 4th is called Innovis, Innovis. The only reason I threw in Innovis is because if you're going to do credit repair of the initial 3, you might as well do your repair of the 4th. Innovis is a much smaller credit bureau. You don't hear about it much, but they do actually keep a credit report, and some of the companies that you do business with actually still do report. So if there are information out there that's incorrect about you, it would behoove you, or it would be wise to get that item fixed with that 4th credit bureau as well. Real quick, I know this probably is going to show up backwards to you guys, but this is the Fair Debt Collections Practice Act. If you don't have one of these, please inbox me. I have a link to the most current one. I actually have extra books, so if you're nearby, let me know. I will grab some and bring them to you. This book here is probably one of the biggest pieces to credit repair. I like to call it the Bible, one of them, of credit repair. There's a lot of good information in here that you need. Once again, it's called the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. All right, so let me give you the rundown on how disputes work. When you dispute, now there are a couple different ways, so I'm going to go with the incorrect way, which is through Credit Karma. All right, first of all, Credit Karma is not affiliated with any credit bureau. Credit Karma is its own company. They have their own version of a credit score, which is actually called the Vantage Score 3.0. I'm always happy to see that my clients, their scores are boosted. They're feeling good about themselves and all that. But I like to tell them, and I like to tell you guys also, you cannot live by that credit score. It is 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10 wrong. Your score can be plus or minus 20 points either way, according to what they already have listed for you on Credit Karma. So please don't think that because you're seeing a 700 or a 650 or anything like that, that is really your score, because it is not. They do not take in all the same factors that the actual FICO score would take into effect. Also, you guys will never ever know your real credit score until, listen to me closely, you will never know your real credit score until you apply for a mortgage. The banks have the absolute most accurate, up to date, up to the minute credit score, and they go by your middle score. So when they print out your credit report, they're going to list You know, Experian, TransUnion, EquiFax. If TransUnion is the middle score, which most of the time that's what I've seen, that will be the score that the banks go by. But don't quote me on that part. I don't know how your mortgage company lays it out, but I can tell you that the most accurate score you're ever going to get is going to come from the mortgage company. Okay? Credit Karma is not correct. It is a good position filler or a little place filler to give you an idea if you're somewhere close to where you want to be, but it is not accurate. Okay, so when you dispute through Credit Karma, first of all, the reason why I tell people do not dispute through Credit Karma, which is also disputing online, because you lose certain dispute rights. Okay, I hate to keep going into sidebars, but I have to explain it to you. There's a system called eOscar. This system is only used by the actual companies that you get your credit from. For example, Macy's, Sears, JCPenney's, Walmart. They talk to the credit bureaus through a computerized system called eOscar. In eOscar, there are, I think there are about 100 codes in eOscar that they use to explain what is going on with your account. For example, if there is a natural disaster going on in your area, for example, last year we had Hurricane Irma, I called my creditors to let them know I was experiencing some hardship. We were out of power. I needed my money to make sure I had my lights going on and all of that. I called them. They said, hey, no problem. What they did was they went into the system. They found the code in eOscar for a natural disaster, and that's the code that they put when communicating to the credit bureaus every month about my payment history. They said, okay, they gave a code for, they gave me delayed payments, so they put a code in for that. They also noted on my credit report that I was going through a natural disaster. They have a code for that. If you dispute through Credit Karma and you state that your account was inaccurate, there is a code for that. The reason we tell people do not dispute through Credit Karma or online is because you don't get to see all of the codes. So you don't get to put the most accurate code that fits your situation. Credit Karma tries to give you the most used, the most commonly used, the ones that they think that would fit our individual situation. That's great, but that's not always accurate, and it doesn't always meet our situation. I can almost promise you that natural disaster was not an option that you can use to support a dispute when you're going through Credit Karma. So that is why we tell people do not go through Credit Karma, because you lose some of those disputing rights. When you lose some of those disputing rights, when it comes back that the creditor has responded to your dispute, you don't get to re-dispute for the same issue because you disputed online. If you will read way down in the fine print before you submit your dispute, it will tell you in the fine print what disputing online, the what comes with that. If you are not an individual who is educated enough to know that there's more to it than just those small amount of disputes, then you would not know. But I'm here to tell you, so now you know. Honest to goodness, let's not be lazy, folks. If something's wrong on your credit report, one, you need to pull up the eOscar code system. It takes 2 minutes. You'll see all the codes they put in about you. You don't have to use those codes when disputing, but you use those words. For example, if inaccurate is code E47, when I'm writing my dispute letter, I don't put E47, I put inaccurate. But I put inaccurate, I'll put whatever E49 is, I might also put whatever E50 is, because all of those things apply to my situation. I hope that makes sense to you. So you do not always have to have one issue to dispute. It may be inaccurate. The account number might be wrong, which could fall under inaccurate. I I try to throw in a couple different things when I'm disputing, because I know the credit bureau cannot respond to every single one of them. Okay, so this is why I tell people to dispute in writing, in blue ink. And the reason you do that in blue ink is because when you send in a dispute, your paperwork comes in. It never touches a human's hands. That's what you guys have to realize. So all of this that we're talking about, first you need to know that it goes through a computerized system first. It goes in the computerized system. This computerized system tries to read what you wrote on the paper, which is why we tell individuals not to do it in black ink, is because majority of the time when you're sending in letters, they're either pre-populated letters, which are black ink on white paper, or you write stuff. And most individuals don't run the blue ink, they run the black ink, which is also black ink on white paper. So we use blue ink because the computer has a difficult time picking up or lifting information when it is in blue ink. Now, I'm not saying that if you send something in black ink, it won't get done. That is not true. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just letting you guys know that it is a good practice. That is why they tell individuals to dispute in blue ink. Okay, so while you're disputing in blue ink, black ink, whatever ink you choose, once it comes through the system, the computer tries to lift what it thinks that you are writing about. It picks up that you're disputing something with Sears. All it does is there is a paper, but it is in the computer. It used to be done by hand, but it's in the computer now. And those credit bureaus, Experian, EquiFax, TransUnion, Innovis, they send this piece of paper to Sears, and they say to Sears, hey, Shamika's saying that this is not accurate. This is what you put last time. Has anything changed? Believe it or not, people, that's all the dispute is. That little piece of paper through the system, somebody on the other side from Sears or whoever else has to respond. 9 times out of 10, they never get out of their seat. 9 times out of 10, they never go look into your file. 9 times out of 10, that's why you get information back saying this is accurate. But it's not. A lot of times it is absolutely not. But we're not going to get into the point of if it's not. We're just letting you know this is the process. This is how it goes. When you dispute through, say you got your credit reports from annualcreditreport.com and you dispute through annualcreditreport.com, or you dispute with those credit reports. By law, it says they have 45 days to respond to you. Okay? So you should get something back in about 45 days. To be quite honest with you, I always say they get their response in about 45 days, and you will get yours about 2 weeks after. So that's about 60 days before you get anything back if you do it through annualcreditreport.com. If you do it through Credit Karma, or if you write in, you get the standard 30 days. I always tell people that 30 days will not be 30 days. 9 times out of 10, they don't even respond to you that fast, because there are other items on your credit report that you're disputing as well, I'm sure. I'm sure you guys aren't disputing just one thing. But naturally, it's going to take 45 days for the credit bureau to gather all the information and then send it to you. Now, remember what I just said about annualcreditreport.com. By the time they get something out to you, it could take up to 60 days as well. Now, this goes into why I tell people it makes absolutely no sense to pay large companies like Lexington Law. I'm not going to drop some other names. That's the only one that I'm going to go with. I'm just going to say that one. I don't recommend. This is just my own opinion. Please, we can argue, go back and forth all day. Yes, let's do it. I love good conversation. But I'm not paying anybody $89 a month, and I got to wait 45 days. And I know I might not get anything in writing until 60 days later. That's two $89 payments just to sit and wait. don't know about y'all, but I'm not giving away my money like that. So when people tell me that they're using Lexington Law, great. I'm not saying that they're not effective. But what I am saying is Lexington Law is in business. They got rent to pay. They have employees to pay. And Lexington Law charges an exorbitant amount of money every month for you to sit and wait. Not only are you sitting there and waiting, you can sit there and wait for yourself for free. You need to learn how to do credit repair, y'all. Simple, straight. It's not as difficult as we think it is. Or you can find somebody like myself who don't charge a whole lot of money like that. My goal is to get you in and out. I do not want to keep you as a customer. I'm sorry. I know that probably sounds rude, but that shows benefit of my work. And it also shows, to me, a fair business practice. I hate strumming people along just to take more of their money, taking more of their time that's wasted when these individuals could do it themselves. But let me tell you, when you aren't educated and you do not know the law and you're too lazy to do the work, and this is not me saying anything about you guys, I'm just speaking the truth. They know that we don't have time to keep our files. They know we don't know the law. They know we're anxious and ready to get in that house and get that new car. They know all this. That's why they say, well, its sign up is $199 and $89 a month after that, and you'll be with them for 2 years and only got 3 things removed off your credit. That is their job. It's their job. Sorry, it is their job. Okay? So, please stop telling individuals to dispute through Credit Karma. I wouldn't even recommend you dispute through Credit Karma. Please stop believing that Credit Karma's credit score is correct. It's not even a credit score. It is not correct. It is not a credit score. And lastly, please, please, please get the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act and learn at least the areas that are specific to you. You need to know when creditors can't call your house. You need to know the times that they can call, which is 8 a.m. through 9 p.m. We need to know that, because if they call me at 7:30, I'm calling up my lawyer and I'm suing. That's a $1,000 charge. These are things that we need to know. We need to know that the credit bureaus have 30 days to respond to us. And if they don't respond within those 30 days, you can send another letter demanding that they get back to you immediately, that they are over the 30 days. A lot of times, if they don't meet that 30-day time frame, that is how those items are falling off of your credit. Please stop thinking that because you hit dispute and they dispute it and things fell off your credit that you did something. And I'm not trying to take the wind out of people, but I have a lot of people thinking, well, I can dispute myself. I clean my own credit. No, you didn't. The credit bureaus cleaned your credit. Someone didn't respond through that eOscar system in time with those 30-day time frame. They are now giving them the additional 15 days if they feel, this is the credit bureau, that they can produce more information about your account. So in essence, they're getting 45 days. If they don't respond in 45 days, they automatically, the credit bureaus, when I say they, are taking that item off of your credit. It is not because of anything that you necessarily did other than start the process. Okay? So when people say I disputed it myself, you don't need anyone to clean your credit, not necessarily always true. A lot of times you need a credit repairer because that credit repairer is the one that's organizing your files. Some people are not organized. Some people don't know the law enough and they don't have the time. So I can understand you going to someone, but you need to know exactly what it is that they're doing. If they are not giving you consultations or talking to you when you call or text or whatever it is, however your mode of communication is, if you're not able to get in touch with the person that's cleaning your credit and you can't determine what it is that they clean, I don't know why you're wasting any more of your money. Matter of fact, you need to cut this video off and go cancel your account. Okay? So get educated, learn, read. If you're interested in learning more or some places you can start, I'm always going to say start right here, okay? It's not thick. It might be 20 pages, but it is the best 20 pages of stuff you'll ever read, and it will save your financial future, okay? So I'm done. I went on my 20-minute rant this morning. Sorry. I just wanted to educate you guys, just to let you know. So hopefully we can stop passing around this bad information. Any questions, please get in my inbox. Find me on Facebook or Instagram at Simplified Legal, SIMPLIFIED Legal. You can also find me by at simplifiedlegal.com. It's simplified with a dash, then legal. I choose to educate instead of being a part of the problem, a part of being one of those people that come in and choose to take your money and lie to you, and take advantage of your hard-earned money. If you have evictions, if you have bankruptcies, you have tax liens, child support, or any of those things, repos, excuse me, I forgot that. If it's reporting on your credit and you want it removed, don't let anybody tell you that it cannot be. It can be. Bankruptcies can be taken off your credit as immediately as soon as it's posted. As soon as the public record hits your credit report, it can be deleted. There's ways around it. I'm not going to get into all that. It's a trade secret. But hit me up. I hope this was useful to some of you guys. And just educate yourself, folks. All right? Stop giving out bad information. And if you do not know, just say you don't know. And remember the name, Shamika Hamilton. You can always tag me in a question. I will get the answer for you. You guys have a great day. Bye.